Alright, what's up y'all, LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, we're here to talk about how the Steel patch is going to change NBA 2K23 for Comp Pro-Am. Now in today's video, we have a regular season matchup in the Hall of Fame League. And honestly, my alternative title to this video is potentially going to be how I am the biggest winner of this patch. Honestly, this affects my gameplay perfectly, as far as me being the press break player as a pure slasher, so if people get behind me, they are not completely out of the play on me, and if two guys want to like full court press my point guard right here, shots, I'm going to have a free release with a 4-on-3 every single time pretty much, and all I have to do is worry about bump steals. I no longer have to worry at all about either the defenders that are behind me double teaming my point guard, and at this point it really does result in constant 4-on-3 fast breaks. Not to mention, obviously, also I am still an on-ball lockdown defender, albeit I only have silver glove and 90 steal rating. Now, I did already make a video a couple days ago where I was playing on my 99 steel pure lock build as well, the 6'6", and my first reaction to this in the rec center was that you can still get pluck steals 100%. It's just obviously the back plucks are 100% extinct. They are nerfed entirely. They do not happen. You could have 30 ball handle with a 99 steel Hoff glove dude behind you. If he's behind you going for that back pluck, he is not getting it. They have just been eliminated from the game entirely. So I want to address in today's video how the back plucks being completely taken out of the game affects Comp Pro-Am. Now again, albeit this is just a regular season game, it's nothing super crazy as far as the matchups. I don't really know these guys too well on the other end as far as the team, but nonetheless, per usual, we have me at the point guard. Technically, I'm actually our center, obviously on the offense as far as screen setting goes. I'm the pick and roller and then on-ball defender. Our team is very different for anybody who's new to the channel. Me and IQ right here with the orange fro, we play sides defense with two 6'9", with both having 90 steal and gold interceptor, but only silver glove as well. And I gotta tell you guys, my first reaction to this is that our team benefits off this more than anybody. I mean, personally, it really does hurt 99 steel builds a little bit for people who are back steel made and people who like to full court press and take advantage of their 99 steel on the press break player, aka in most situations it was me with 87 ball handle and gold unpluckable, where 99 steel pure locks would then be hawking on my back from AK, who's a little bit further down, our point guard right here, and then I will be advancing up the court, and then essentially I would have to deal with the back pluck constant issue where I would have 99 steal or maybe even two of them behind me, and I have to worry about the back plucks and really get moving. And then it makes it easier for the person ahead of me who's maybe playing a 2-on-1 to go and just go for a bump steal on me because I have to be so worried about the people behind me. Now I don't have to worry about that at all, and I can just maneuver. You're going to see a lot of live gameplay footage with this. I will have some breakdowns at the end of the video as well. As far as the rest of our lineup goes though, like I said, our 6'1" point guard and AK. And we also have a 6'1" shooting guard lately with Apollo right here, so he has 99 steal as well. So you will see a couple more live footage games right here, obviously of him using that 99 steal on the wing, and where he plays shooting guard on O and then shooting guard on defense too. And then we got Tonic, shooting big man, who spots up in the corner for us, and then also plays corner defense for drops, rebounds, all types of stuff like that, rotations, whatever the case may be. But anyway, on the other end, a pretty normal lineup. We have a 6'1" point guard, a 6'3" shooting guard. It's the typical per usual stuff. Obviously a 6'6" or 6'7" pure lock at the 3. I will say though, one big difference between these guys' lineup and the typical one is that they actually have a 6'11" backside. Now as you can see, it pops up in an extremely small window. I actually was able to just capture it right here, but 6'11" is their power forward, and then as you can see, 7-footer is their center. So that is the one big difference that they have, where normal teams generally have a 6'9" as the backside power forward that has really high block rating and stuff like that. These 6'11s do have nasty anchor though, so keep that in mind. It's just they're a little bit more of a liability when it comes to PNR defense, as they're not quite as fast, don't have clamps, and don't really have interceptor at a super high level either. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, we're gonna get straight to the live comm. I hope you guys enjoy. I will let you guys see this, and then I'll catch you at the end with a lot of breakdowns in the gameplay as far as where all the opportunities were for the pluck steals in this game, or maybe how I avoided them, or how I don't even have to avoid them anymore, and the game just avoids them for me. So we'll just let you see it in the live comm, and then like I said, we'll catch you at the end with the post commentary. Hope you guys enjoy. If you do, for to drop a like, 7 newts on the noties, all that good stuff, and like always, let's try this one to 2,000 likes. But I'll catch you at the end. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They have a 6'11" back here.
Okay.
The 7-footer's got pass accuracy.
I think he's 6'11".
Yo, this guy looks just like IQ.
Got it. Free board. Oh, not free board.
That motherfucker just swooped in.
You are.
Good
D.
Who do you think you are?
We fight. Go back and
Jump. Oh my god.
And what?
Lakers loving it. This is his fucking
Hold on,
patch.
take your time, take your time, take your time.
Look at Orange Fro.
You guys know.
Yeah,
I know. You guys.
What the fuck?
Man,
that dude's like your doppelganger.
Yeah, he's got
another.
Okay, I had to check.
Oh,
He's
that's
6'11".
Oh my god, I made a white. Oh, I made a white.
Okay, they're back in 6'11".
I have another answer to this game. And that skateboarding shit is what made me think of it. It was pretty similar. But alright, focus on the game.
We're setting full court screens.
Grab, please.
Up. Okay. Hell no.
Hey.
Next.
What?
Open.
That was open too, dude. I
Yes,
thought you were like right in his face. I got right.
Yes, you
I
gotta
you early. I
jump.
got you early. Okay.
Stop hash, Tonic.
Oh? I like
What the? Get the ball! Oh my god.
We're fine, we're fine.
Did you get trapper or some shit? I was hoping you thrown that a little bit earlier.
No.
I'm on orange, I'm on orange, I'm on orange.
I just threw it late.
I got right.
It
Fall
is-
down.
Ah,
Wow, that's fortunate for them.
where'd you get this code, IQ? You don't
Double
know.
pressing stuff.
Like 45 discourse.
Come on. Yeah, come on.
Hit
come
some
on,
hole.
I'm slowing down.
Was you right? You going? Oh, shit.
No adrenaline.
Pass. The hash.
Slinging.
The hash slinging slasher. Why did we all think of the same shit?
Hey, a random SpongeBob episode, man. I could do that
Cash
too,
slinging. Cash
but
ringing.
a lot of people have that talent.
I'm Dirty
back.
Dan.
Oh my,
Yeah.
he's
Oh.
just throwing that shit.
Don't let him body, Laker. Don't
No,
let him
I'm
body.
Dirty
Fuck
Dan.
no.
X,
Sir.
X, X, X,
Oh
X.
my.
This guy's in the
What
what the?
What the fuck was that?
He tried to icon it, too.
Oh.
Oh, what a
IQ, IQ.
no IQ, I agree. I'm on green, I'm on orange.
No like you.
No IQ.
Oh my
Steal.
fuck. Alright, I'll give you another try.
Pass to
Don't
IQ.
mess up twice.
Yeah,
He had to redeem
that's
himself.
supposed to happen.
Nice
You
Pluck
know what's
City
just
still
ringing in my head?
happening.
When you're using this for, probably not using it for video, right?
Probably
Oh,
not,
oh.
since it's not really.
Bro, you know what just
Oh.
rang in my head, bro?
Huh.
Bro, Joe saying book.
Book.
I don't know why. He said it was such like weird.
Book, book.
Book.
Book, book,
Here,
book,
book.
book.
Come here, book.
Good job, book.
Nice step. Oh, fuck me.
Nope.
X, X,
Sorry,
X,
man.
X.
That's
Damn
not
it.
mine.
Could be hitting those.
We got a nice little press break here. Alright, I got take.
I
Get your ass to the corner, boy.
RBA him.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Open up the corner for him. Run the overload left this time.
Book, book.
That's fine.
Go
Give me top. Hold on. We're gonna be patient with this one, alright?
Let
He's
him
not
cook.
ready for
I
this.
don't
Let him
normally be
cook.
patient. I don't normally be patient when I got this shit.
That's
He
true.
is
There you go.
not ready.
I don't
If you
normally
slow
get the
down,
ball
it's
very
harder for
early
them
in
to
the
finish.
clock. So like I need to. I wanna try that.
You'd be
I'll do it
surprised how,
slower.
even if it's 10 seconds left, you'd be surprised how long that lasts for you.
Maybe.
No, it's not
Slow it
maybe.
down.
You're rim
If you
one
slow-
job.
Yo, you are plucking this guy.
Brooke
I
is
swear
not
to God, he's definitely got that freaking gold unpluckable.
If you slow it down, it's a lot harder for them to finish, I think, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have to, like, make it
Ooh.
obvious what they're doing.
Dang it, I could not
Wow.
make it.
Oh.
That's interesting.
You went for the
He
dunk.
He
Peter.
just,
I'm
he just
going
did like
left.
a beat his chest then.
Oh,
Back
that was
to
an
you.
ugly
Stop
catch.
hash, stop. Okay.
I missed it.
X.
Is that everything?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Alright.
That's deep.
Shot.
Bucket.
Not deep enough.
Dude, I can't
was
get-
the mark. That was
Can
the
I
mark
even get
Cuban
plucked
right
if
there.
I'm sprinting?
Hold on,
What if I'm
hold on.
sprinting? So what if I'm sprinting back to the
I'm on ball, I'm
like,
on ball.
3-point
Follow,
line?
follow, follow. I have takeover, AK.
Here's the back door.
He's not behind him. That should be safe.
I'm on back.
Just threw it right at my head. We quick slipped that shit.
Bumpy, get bumpy, get bumpy. You can panic it. Two.
Mario
Oh, no
Sonic.
adrenaline.
Jump at it.
I'm just playing the
X.
box here.
18. It's all the way.
You can get away with so much, like, break shit. Like, it's only crazy with 86 pass hack, too.
Definitely
especially.
hard as shit to play those, yeah.
Like, if you're short, especially, like, you're 6'1" or 6'3", you really can't reach.
I just
You
get
di-
stung like that.
I usually
Good
throw
luck.
this when IQ and Lakers steal it from me.
Flare me up, big kid.
I think I just got you too.
You just gotta long run the shit out of this. What's so funny?
awesome.
I don't get it. You love laughing at nothing.
No,
No back plucking me, pussy.
This guy's name is Nick.
I'm doing the
Yeah,
corner
listen.
thing, Laker.
Wait, here, let's just run Bucks.
Creative
Yeah, let's just run Bucks.
Spotify,
Give me the ball up top. Bucks. Go, go, go.
But theoretically, Aqua's kind of a bad buck. You just got lock on
We
him.
got one
We're
copy.
good.
You're alright. I was hoping I could just get him open on 3. I guess I should just VU instead and have a power.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but say you
Yeah,
can.
let's go.
I can
You're
be
right.
a decoy.
Alright, you're right. We should do that sometimes if we're trying to get a power ball instead.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or you still might get locked sometimes though. Some people stay. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
but
might-
either way, it
the
might
player might
end
do
up
things.
with him being open 3 instead though too.
Yeah, you're right. Depends on what they do.
I'm flaring
Just
again.
on the ball
I'm
right
up
to my
above too. You can
hands.
hit me early. Yeah, okay. I got reset
Next.
if you need. Okay.
Shot.
Those 5s like just
Yeah.
don't guard you either. Like
I'm having,
I'd
I'm
be giving
having
him a
it
chance
easy
to.
tonight. I ain't gotta do too
Why?
much. Everyone's just fucking double teaming, double pressing. I'm just sitting here cooling.
Yeah, we got
Just
some.
Dropping off the
slipping a
lane,
lot.
lane right there.
Third.
I'm baiting. Yeah, RBA.
No, the
trying to
pistol
leave.
pass killed me.
I still got guard. Okay, you got it.
Oh,
Hey! Oh, that's a good animation.
My God.
Just fucking
Oh
put
my
it down.
God.
That boy down.
Look,
you
look,
stole
look.
it.
Standing dunk, bitch.
That's crazy. Oh,
man.
they're
What
shook.
a guard bounding.
They are shook.
Maybe I should use this for gameplay and just show the freaking plucks.
Hold it, man, maker. Come on, I got you.
Oh, neeha. Oh, track it. Oh, give me that fucking ball.
I think that was a full bar. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you're wide open. You're wide open.
I'm
With
definitely-
sharp take.
Was
With
that
sharp
mid-range?
take.
This is crazy. I really have no reachings either.
IQ. Didn't you just like pull up for a midi on a wide open fast break?
On
I sold,
purpose.
I sold, I sold, I sold. He missed.
I folded.
Flare me up.
I'm going right. Oh, shit.
I don't
Hey, it's
like
alright.
it.
No back plucks. All they can do is bump me. All you can do is bump me.
yo?
Oh, and 1.
Slashers
Bring
green.
it off right there.
Bro, this update, this is gonna be a funny ass gameplay if I do upload this. This is just showcasing how the update just benefits me over like anybody, I guess.
Me over anyone else on the team.
Shit, I got my feet kicked up. I'm enjoying the show.
I'm there.
Okay, if I get a rebound, I'm gonna really put it to the test.
Good.
Run,
Pull
yes,
my
sir.
shorts up.
That's right,
Got the
Doris.
pitch again.
This guy does not throw to the wing. He is straight big man.
Oh
like-
my God.
Oh, what a jelly. What a jelly.
I'm going left. Oh shit.
Alright,
I
fellas,
got
when
you
are we
back.
gonna-
I got you back. I think.
I'm cut off a second.
Oh.
Rip him.
I'm looking for it.
Drops the ball here.
It's
You
the
can't get
easiest thing to
crossbodies.
do.
Yeah, I'm. Oh, fuck. Jump.
Shit.
Good
Good
D.
job.
X,
Box,
X, X,
box.
X, X, X.
Longboard.
Oh, I thought you ripped him. Slide
Yo.
God. I'm playing tag. Oh, he threw to him?
X,
I just
X,
dropped
X.
all the way off the
X,
wing.
X.
RBA that bit.
Wait, did I? Okay, I am X. Yeah. I was like,
What in the fucking horrible triple threat was that?
what are you guys doing?
Why are they, dude?
What are they doing?
All right, bro. There's only so long I was gonna wait for this shit. I wasn't sure if he was gonna like
Yeah,
help
we
or
make
not.
it every time.
No,
I
I
don't know why.
exhale like that. I wasn't mad at you. I'm mad at
No, 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 no,
do
no.
that.
No, I'm saying I was mad at him
It's
too.
so
'cause-
weird when we do that. Like everybody just
back.
plays so weird.
Oh, never mind, I'm up now.
You trying to dot?
Pass the ball
Point
back
back
to the
door.
point guy. Drop.
They did him.
Box. Oh, I didn't do
X.
that. RBA.
Damn, that boy IQ just.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I was running down
spamming
middle,
that
and I was
time.
worried if I kept going, I was gonna get you like hawked. So I tried to like curl that shit off to the side. And
Oh my.
Jesus. Flaring up.
I hit you middle.
I'm the vibe. Two-step this cycle.
Oh,
Two-step.
hold on. Oh my god!
You tried to play it,
Holy shit, I got the non-cold. Yeah, you can take cold boy. I don't even know which one. I don't even know if he's the point guard or not, but pluck!
Oh my
Give me
god.
that. No.
Oh,
That just played.
Holy shit. Here, I'll take 5 out. Fuck it.
Man, this guy's playing wreck.
They're gonna have 3 people pinching right here on the spot up.
Hold on. Yeah, you're definitely
Why
right.
is the big on
Wait,
me? The
shit.
big is
Give him go,
on
give him
me.
go. Oh wait, he's back on me.
I should have lobbed it.
Slip. Ooh.
It's open. RBX.
Oh, long board. Right corner.
Got your
Going,
plant, got your
going.
plant, got your plant.
I had to.
Oh my.
I flopped it, he missed. I don't know how I feel about.
Boom. Oh, I'm resetting.
AK, do you feel like you shoot those limitless fades? Like,
Holy.
hold on.
You have to time it exactly right for them.
I'm not trying to do like any of that.
Yeah, I
Hold
was
on,
saying,
stay down.
sometimes I just. Oh, alright.
Back door.
Crash, I got boxed.
I was not. I fucked up pretty bad there. But yeah, those limitless fades. I was just curious. Like, do you feel like you can hit them at a high clip? Because I don't at all, really.
Once you learn them, you'll get it.
It's just a scope up.
Damn.
Shut the fuck up, IQ.
Yeah,
Shut
it's not like playing
X,
more.
X, X, X.
Hang on, I want to see if they can rip it.
Done it.
I gotta test out the update.
IQ, I'm letting you hear it
See, I
every
saw
time.
the
Yeah.
the update.
Tonic's liking it. You like it when you see it, Tonic?
Yeah, this update. This is the update. He's quitting
Oh
update.
man, that's all it took.
Yo,
He's had
message
enough now.
the person in chat. Message the person that just like 5.
Hold on, I need to well, I need to clip that for
Wait till the
short
first.
really quick.
Wait till the first.
I'm gonna hit you back if you're open. If not, I'm remoting this shit.
Did I see that? Oh yeah, I'm gone before I get flashbang.
Or
out
Apollo,
this
you can
bitch.
text him too, maybe.
Alright.
I'm gonna text him.
Alright, so this game right here was honestly a laughable game at how many plucks I was getting. This is more than I ever have got in my whole history of playing Pro-Am. I generally was just going for them more in this game too, and really didn't end with any fouls either, for that matter, when I got, I believe, like 6 pluck steals in this game, albeit one of them ended up with them going out of bounds, the other one ended up with us not getting the ball back, and then obviously 4 of them were just clean pluck steals that I get the ball back, obviously, as well. So anyway, point guard ends with 3 TOs, shooting guard with 2. They really don't score that much in their backcourt either. Their center scored a good bit, obviously 5 for 7 and 10 points as well. Rebounding, we did really well, but again, the whole point of this video was the pluck steals, and I mean, that was ridiculous, to be completely honest with you. Like, for me to just sit here and square up in the face of a point guard who is 6'1", by the way, and probably has Hall of Fame unpluckable, and by all realistic measures, there's no other reason you would make a 6'1", or maybe potentially he has gold. I know some 6'1s made it with like 94 ball handle for just the gold handles for days, and that's all they really went for. 95 is 1 rating off in Hall of Fame unpluckable, which a lot of 6'1s go for that matter. So I'm gonna assume he has Hall of Fame, but even if he only has gold, it's very likely that obviously I can still get them with only the silver, but still it's a pretty insane reaction to see so many plucks from a 6'9". So my initial reaction to this personally is that, and I did see a lot of comments talking about this as well, and I do agree with them to some extent. So I don't think 6'7" and 6'6" like pure locks or anything like that are completely extinct by any means, but I will say, with them, you got a lot of unrealistic steal animations that were very, in my opinion, reasonable for those types of builds. It's what really made them worth making. You were able to get the 99 steal in the Hall of Fame glove, where 6'9", obviously you can get glove in tier 1 for just 2 badge points, being silver, obviously, and that's where it caps out at. And to be completely honest with you, I think this game is going to really become 6'9" meta as far as locks go. To play the style of defense that we do now is going to be so insanely just meta, in my opinion. I don't want to call it cheese, because it requires a whole lot of like chemistry and communication and stuff like that between what me and IQ do as far as our defense, but this has so much flexibility to it, and real defense is being rewarded in these days as far as comp pro-am goes, because the pluck steal and the fluky steal stuff is kind of in the back burner a little bit. I'm not going to say it's gone. I'm not going to say it's extinct. The back plucks are 100%, but the fluky steals on the inbound, that still is here. But you can still do that with any build for that matter, especially still at 6'9" with good defense and 90 steal. But anyway, good gameplay right here. 14-4, 6 and 4 for me. Obviously, AK chipping in the 6 points, Apollo with the 9 and 3 as well, IQ with 8, Tonic with 5, and then they quit at half. So it is what it is. We did the same thing to Nate and Fitzmagic as well. It's funny too, because I still saw people talking about these guys are pros and ballers, like on their rep status or whatever the heck. Like, bro, this stuff does not matter. People quit out of these games to avoid like losing boosts in the first place anyway. It's comp pro-am. Now, albeit we are playing regular season stuff right here, maybe people are more willing to do things like quit out in the first half of a game and stuff like that as well. I've seen people quit out of the first half of literally Hall of Fame Pro-Am, like playoff games for that matter, or even overnight tournaments and stuff like that. If you're down this bad, and some people don't have the mental fortitude to just bounce back like that either. They don't have it in them to really try and come back from almost like 30 points, essentially. I mean, that's just the truth with some people who play the game, and just some teams in general too. But anyway, besides the point, I just wanted to explain to you guys that obviously, yes, in this gameplay, it's not exactly the highest level of comp pro-am or anything like that, but to sit here and say Nate and Fitzmagic aren't, that's hilarious for me to hear, because it's just such a casual take from people who don't know anything about these guys. And I understand, because obviously you guys don't have all day to sit here and watch the entire like Twitch community of comp pro-am. You don't keep up with the Twitter and the who's and stuff like that, or who's aspiring for the 2K League. But I promise you, these guys have their names. Not these guys in this gameplay, but Nate, Fitzmagic, they've been having their names in that stuff in the draft pools and stuff for like probably years at this point, maybe 2-3 years, stuff like that. Yes, I understand they're not in the league, but it's definitely people who are like viable and competing to get there. But anyway, to get into the gameplay, we actually have one from the very beginning. So we have this one at 4 minutes and 40 seconds. It's literally 20 seconds into the game. I want to show the resistance to back plucks. So I end up with the ball right here. My point guard is trailing me. Now, in all previous gameplays, I would always just dump this thing off to him, because when I see this right here, I am panicking in past times, because obviously I have a guy behind me. I have another guy who's going to guard AK, but right here he could still even go for that pluck steal, as you can see, albeit he was probably trying to go for a bump and was a little bit off on his timing, a little bit late and a little bit too far down. But nonetheless, my whole point is I don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. I especially still don't even have to worry about Green Shoes right here, who's behind me. And now I can just kind of maneuver my way into the paint, go for them, like both of them jump at me as I just kind of like rim run into the paint, and boom, they're both up in the air. I really thought it should have been an easy standing lay or a standing dunk, but regardless, still gets me to the free throw line. This actually gives me even more takeover than a dunk would, believe it or not. These free throw takeovers go hard. Not to mention, I think I made a white right here, like a 30% or something like that. It was crazy. All right, so for most of these breakdowns, I'm just gonna keep catering it around the pluck steals type stuff, where the front steals is what I was getting for the most part right here. So for instance, I kind of square up with him, and as you can see, I actually do get what seems to be a crossbody pluck animation, but for that matter, the ball was in his right hand as he did the dribble move, and I kind of kick him out of it as it was going to his left. So I kind of just tap X when I see him put the ball on the floor with the dribble move. Regardless though, if you were sitting here thinking that these type of steals are going to be gone out of the game, that's not true. Like, if you are in front of a player, and the way that I want to draw it up for you guys, personally, this is how I see it, is if you are on the front half of their player circle, that's when I believe you can still get these pluck steals. So let's say, for instance, if I was on this side of him, or if I was on the side but I was behind him, I don't think you can get those pluck steals anymore. I believe you have to be on the like front 180 degrees of his circle, aka just split it in half, and essentially if you're on the front half of his circle, you can get them. If you're on the back half, that's at least my theory right now, is that you can't get them if you're anywhere within this range extended. So anywhere like around here at all, I don't think you can get pluck steals, but anywhere in this frame right here, I think you can. Now the crossbody ones, they say have been eliminated, but as you can see, I'm like kind of technically on the ball hand as he's doing it, and when I go for that X button, it kicks him out of it. Now, I'm never one to sit here and say that pluck steals require a whole lot of skill or anything like that. I think bump steals do require a whole lot more. I've seen people hating on in the comments about the most stupid miscellaneous things like that though. Like when I make a video showing people how to get more bump steals, they sit here and say, I can't believe you're endorsing this BS no skill stuff. Bump steals take so much more planning, strategy, and just in general technique, if you ask me. Pluck steals are kind of just about being in the right spot and tapping your X button, I guess with timing, I suppose. But nonetheless, I still believe bump steals take a whole lot more skill, and I can say that from someone who I think personally I'm not that good at getting bump steals personally, because I know there is skill and technique to it, and I'm not that great at it right now. I would like to improve at it though a whole lot more. All right, so for this clip, I want to show kind of a cool little half court set that I think we're going to do a whole lot more, because I'm going to feel so much more comfortable running these 5 outs now. So at this 2-minute mark, you're going to see I pop my takeover, and I'm sitting up top for a reset, and I can essentially just run a 5 out off this. Now, we can do a whole lot of things when I catch the ball up top. We can run bucks, which is a double wrap from both our wings. We can run the V cut, where I cut Apollo on the wing, and then he will eventually V back out to the wing right here. But when I call that wing cut and AK sees it, sometimes we might have him wrap across while Apollo on that cut ends up just kind of V'ing back to the other end. So if the power forward steps back when we do that, I can just get a clean handoff to AK if the lock follows and the shooting guard follows Apollo. There's a lot of different options we can do with this stuff, but nonetheless, what I'm trying to get at right here is when I get the ball up top, I'm feeling way more comfortable about being a little bit more patient, because now I don't have to worry about stuff like this. I don't have to worry about bro back plucking me right here, and I can just focus on me and my defender. All I have to worry about is bump steals. So anybody behind me does not matter at all. And this means that low key, they can actually spot up from a bit deeper, because if they have to commit all the way in here as I'm working from this like kind of deep mid-range or short 3-point line area, I really like don't have to worry about help defense hardly at all. They're gonna have to nearly double team me, and if they do double team me like they have done a couple of times in the past as far as gameplays go, and in this one too, if you guys saw it, I mean, it's not in the breakdowns or anything like that in today's video, but sometimes these locks just will fiend off this wing to guard me, and I just end up with AK wide open. Or I could also call Tonic on a back door, albeit I know I can't shoot, so people could just back up into the lane and stuff like that and eventually play Tonic off the back door, have this guy play a 2-on-1. But I have plenty of different options and just kind of things to resort to, so don't worry about that stuff. I'm gonna be real with you guys. If you think someone sitting in paint is the end of my day, that is not true. I can come back up here, wall this guy off, and AK wrap to the top, and boom, now he's sitting paint, and now we got a 2-on-1 up top. There's plenty of different things to address overcoming non-shooting, and nonetheless, one thing that does overcome it is obviously beating people to the paint. Just rim running them like that. And again, my whole point of putting this in the breakdown is that I don't have to worry about this wing pinch stuff hardly as much anymore if I'm working that short 3-point line to deep mid-range area. All right, now on the very next defensive possession, what I do want to showcase to you guys, he is in non-scoring range right now. Obviously, you can't shoot this ball. So what you're seeing me kind of do, I'm like soft pressing, right? And as you can see, he kind of beats me up court, but I'm fighting to get in front of him again, so we can't get any crabs or anything like that off on me. And also, the big man is sending it down to the paint. So right here, I'm seeing that I'm going to have to cover for the whole wing, like deep wing to top of the key area. So I'm just kind of hitting a little reset on defense. I'm just like squaring up. I'm giving myself a two-way go is what I would call it, where I have multiple different ways that I can go and react to him. Now, offensively, this is also a two-way go where he can decide which way he wants to go. But as a defensive player, I am reactionary with it, obviously. So now I'm just reading him. So right here, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really get sold by this move right here. I know it and he knows it, that this was not a good enough animation on this long run, so he's gonna end up cutting it back. So I'm right there for the cutback, and as you can see, as he puts the ball back in my face, X button, boom, pluck steal. And now we're going with it too. I'm iconing Apollo. Now, we had some stuff go on in this gameplay. I can't explain how many times we ended up shooting those mid-ranges on the fast break instead of dunking. All right, now this clip right here, I wanted to maybe just ask you guys a question with it. So I want to know if you think this one was a back pluck or a side pluck attempt. So you're going to see me and IQ kind of flip right here. I actually messed this one up. I was running into open space, but little did I remember, on our press break, we have IQ fill into this spot where Apollo is, because Apollo is temporarily filling into the corner, and we want IQ to fill into that wing temporarily, whereas we don't want our two corner spots like on the same side. So right here, I kind of try and flip over to the right side. You can see again, they're trying to double press down low on my point guard, and what this does, it creates a little like 3-on-4 fast break where we have 4, they have 3, obviously. Now right here, I'm wondering, do you think this is a side pluck or a back pluck opportunity? So again, this is where I talked about if he's behind my circle, albeit I switched to the right on the snatchback. I went for the behind the back into the snatchback right here, and it did flip my ball hand. But I'm curious, because also the interesting thing too is I don't even have to worry about him back plucking it either. It requires some really good timing, some really good execution, and some really good technique to be able to go for bump steals on anything. And again, this is maybe a bump steal attempt. I don't know. It's possible. Maybe he was going for that side pluck or back pluck, and I want to know if you guys think that he didn't get it for that exact reason of it being maybe classified as a back pluck instead of a side. So that's where we were talking about this whole, like, I don't see my circle, obviously. It's actually the sword, which I wonder if that's even a competitive, like, thing, potentially, to not have the circle now. I don't know. I'm just spitballing right now. But my whole point is, I think they'd have to be on the back half of my player model, essentially. Or more like the front, I guess, technically, is what I'm saying, like, for them to even get the steal attempt. But nonetheless, moving on to the next clip, we have it at 4 minutes and 17 seconds in the second quarter. So this one right here, I guess, so, okay, this is funny. This is so funny. IQ ends up with the ball, ends up kind of like rim run into the paint and contact dunks their point guard. All right, now watch their PG. This man is stuck on the floor. They can't even inbound to him. So now I got the shooting guard entirely, and I'm just letting Apollo eventually take the point guard because this point guard is still down on the floor. So I now have the shooting guard in the press break. So once again, I am just setting myself up for that two-way go. Normally, I like to like really box people in and like force them to one side. But honestly, the way that these guys were playing, where they just send their big down the court like all the time. Also, Tonic flexing on him, I guess. They probably could have just thrown this ball, but obviously it needs to react a little bit. Some people aren't the quickest to like look down the court. They obviously have to focus on their dribbling. I don't know what Tonic is doing right here, I guess. But anyway, I'm obviously on the shooting guard with it. I'm just kind of faced up with him, and as soon as I see him put the ball on the ground again, I'm just going for that pluck again, and boom, I get into an animation that puts me right below the hoop, and I get a standing dunk right on the point guard and shooting guard's head. That's hilarious stuff that a contact dunk compounds into 2 dunks for us, because obviously it kind of sequences into me getting the pluck steal on their shooting guard. But still, I'm absolutely amazed at the amount of plucks I was getting in this game. I never even get this close to this many in any game, because again, I don't really go for many, to be fair, so I was a little bit more aggressive with them in this game, but nonetheless, I was still amazed at the amounts. Alright, so next up we have another press break one. So this one I wrote on the notes. Knowing all I have to do is avoid the bump steals right here is pretty wild. Like the fact that the back pluck is a 0% chance at even happening. It'll be interesting to see how teams react and like really adjust their full court press when it comes to stuff like this. Because honestly, I am of the true belief now, you can't afford to double press my point guard at all. Like this one right here, albeit I understand it's actually like kind of a soft press where they're running like one on AK, one on me, and then the orange hair is also kind of on Tonic, as you can see. But ironically, I mean, this stuff fills in perfectly. I get a clamp breaker on their power forward for that matter as well. And again, I don't even have to worry about this back pluck anymore. In the past, you better believe if I saw a lockdown like a 6'6" or 6'7" pure lock behind me and AK was around here, I'm telling him he better loop the heck over to this left and I'm passing the ball to him, because I can't throw this because I could just throw a lane as he goes for a back pluck and just a lucky X button kind of turns into a passing lane instead of going for the pluck steal on the back pluck. But I tell you what, man, knowing not even the best of the best lockdowns can even get this anymore, even if they are hawking my ball hand mad hard, is kind of crazy to think about. It's going to really open up this press break stuff for me, because honestly, as long as I don't get bump stolen by this power forward right here and he cuts my baseline or sideline off, I should say, really hard, I'm able to do whatever I want with this stuff. So again, clamp breaker, and now albeit the center actually sends it really hard down to the paint. I should just get my A button ready on ones like this to the triangle side, where this is just the open side, where if the big man commits to this, I can just get an easy pass to this right here, or at the very least maybe just prepare my contact dunk meter. But it's a much easier pass to be made than for me to actually just perform a dunk like that. But anyway, ends up with me going to the hoop, and once again, this game could really use some adjustment when it comes to its foul tendencies in Pro-Am, man. This stuff is ridiculous. I wasn't really so against this, like the paint defense, when I was playing Park and Stage for the most part, but as I get into Pro-Am and Rec, it's crazy how many foul calls they give, man. Really bailing out horrible takes to the hoop, and that one right there was a pretty horrible take. I'm driving right at a center, bro, and that's tough. And even with 50 free throw, I can still knock them down, like, really consistently. I mean, so I don't know. There's no punishment to doing that either, to be honest. All right, so this one right here is our last clip. Actually, we have 2 of them. I lied. So this one, I'm eventually behind him, right? You can see he goes for that attack size up where you, like, hold your right trigger and flick up on the right stick. It'll just move you forward. It's one of the best things to possibly crab people with. Now, albeit, I have a really good back-end defender in IQ right here. One of the best, in my opinion, in the whole game. So he steps to this because obviously the center's not getting out of the way. Now he finally gets out the way, but now we can react to this. And you can see I am on a string right now when it comes to playing defense. But albeit, I have jump contest and a 6'9" with, let me see, I have 86 vertical, but with slash take that's boosted by 8. I have 94 vertical on a 6'9" build with really good speed, solid perimeter defense, and obviously just in general really good gold challenger and stuff like that too. Jump contest, man. I tell you what. Ooh, I'd hate to be a point guard in this year's game when stuff like that's a thing. But like I said, I am honestly one of the most elite jump contest builds in the game, possibly, because of the vertical, the reaction time. I do know a really good method that I gave away in my video too of holding the Y button when you're going for more elite and enhanced jump shot contest, in my opinion, or for that matter, even chasing down in the paint. If you haven't watched the video, take that tidbit, just hold your Y button when you're going for rebounds and blocks. Just keep that in mind if you want to jump like way higher and way longer. That's all I'm trying to get at with you guys. But nonetheless, what I want to talk about with this though, and let me just rewind it and I'll just kind of talk over it as I just like let it play out again. But knowing not to go for these back steals will be interesting to see from others as well. I generally don't regardless. Like I said, that's not really my style. But like, let's say IQ wasn't down here. Going for a block on this crab attempt is useless. So the only thing going for my X button right here does for me is to either hope and pray for like a bump steal to the ball hand, which I am not on the right side of him anyway. Well, technically I am on the right side. I need to be on the left, but you get what I'm saying. I can't go for a pluck steal, like a back pluck anymore on these or anything like that. I generally didn't in the first place, but it'll be interesting to see how lockdowns react to this stuff when it comes to the comp style of like the best of the best, playing like the best lockdowns versus the best point guards. Because I expect to see a lot more point guards go for crabs, and I expect to see a lot more defenses really demand their power forward to be a god. Like, it's gonna be tough, man. And when you're a 6'7" pure lock or a 6'6" pure lock and you can't even switch on to the big, oh, you are in a bad spot with stuff like this. Because let's say IQ was staying up and holding my hand and stuff like that on this, and he ended up really high to the left, and I was here to either rotate to the corner or to drop to the big as well. We could have done anything like that, but either way, point guard ends up zigging it back to the right, and again, with the jump contest and the 6'9", I'm just ready to be there, and albeit it ends up in a long rebound, but either way, just wanted to show that maybe not going for those pluck steals is going to be really important. All right, so now for our last clip. If you guys watched yesterday's video, I showed this little two-step play on the inbound where generally if they put two guys on AK, it leaves me with a one-on-one. If I could run routes good enough, I'll be able to just get open anyway. Not to mention with slash take, I'm very comfortable catching the ball at the top and just working ISO with it, but we hit the little brakes on him right here, run the little comeback two-step, and as you can see, IQ throws me the lob on top of that too, and I run Silver Aerial Wizard with slash takeover as well, obviously, and this meter size is huge for the fact that this is their big too. That's insane. But anyway, as you can see, after that, we get another pluck steal even, and this is what really probably set him off and made him want to just leave the game. So I once again square up with him. As you can see, I'm more so setting up to the right side of the court, but if he's going to give me the opportunity and push it at my side, I'm going for that 100% of the time. Honestly, the only thing you can do right here as a point guard is to long run to the same side of the screen, but if your center is not going to be on his stuff quick enough, that means that IQ can just blitz him and get the bump steal opportunity when he moves his left hand that way, and if he also even slips at the right amount of time, I'm just passing that off clean because I don't have to worry about getting hit by a screen. So let's say he moves left, center slips. IQ is there to take his left, I'm there to take the big on the back end, or I could run triangle to the corner and Tonic can drop. So for anybody who thinks that Pro-Am is an easy court to play, by any means, you're out of your mind, because this point guard is going to be going through it, man. This is a tough position to be in when you have this triangle of defenders guarding you, especially if you don't have a center who's absolutely like one of the best in the game and knows to get out the way on the slips. They were doing it a lot though. They were sending him down to the paint super often, and there's a steal I was talking about, by the way, where I don't get credited with the steal, but obviously was a pluck steal that resulted in them losing the ball. So it is what it is. Our ball, boom, technically 5 steals, I guess if you want to call it that, but either way, end of the game is really the halftime, and I just wanted to show some box scores as well. I want to mention the fact that we had 0 turnovers as well as a team, and the last 2 game plays I've shown you guys against Fitz and Nate as well in the last one, and then this one too, our offensive efficiency has been unreal, even without even having to use Tonic as our post scorer, like kind of bailout end of shot clock option. I mean, it's been pretty crazy. We've been running the fast break a lot better. We've been rebounding really well. We've been working really good as a unit. And me and IQ have been really on our stuff of our sides defense too. And I saw some people asking, why don't I post my like losses, or what is your kryptonite? What is the kryptonite to this lineup? Honestly, we have lost a collective total of, I believe, 4 games with this lineup to our 50+ wins that we've been on it with this. And again, all playing matchups, all looking for like comp games, whether it's Hall of Fame regular season, whether it's the Hall of Fame Open tournament that we got to the 8 in, and then lost to Buke and Kish. And ironically, those 2 are the only people we have even lost to in this game as far as this collective 5 together. So keep in mind, like, the only people we've lost to are Buke, Kish, and then like obviously we had Bougie was on the team as well when we played him in the Hall of Fame Open. That's a really good team, really good 5. And then on top of that too, we took 2 L's to them when they were playing with Joe, and we played the best of 5 wager that me and Joe did, and we ended up winning that 3-2. So we have lost a total of 3 games to them, and then we lost 1 game somewhere else too. But honestly, I think it might have actually been with Zeke and Kitchen anyway when we were playing the Hall of Fame stuff, and I wasn't playing with AK or anything like that, and we had Apollo at like the 5 or something. So it was something super weird like that, but nonetheless, we have not lost a lot on this lineup, and the only people we have lost to are some of the best players in the game, period. And I've posted all of those losses as well. You can find them on YouTube, all 3 of them. So anyway, that's my explanation on that. I will post more of my losses if we end up having them, but we've been playing amazing as a collective group here. It's one of the favorite Pro-Am teams I've ever played on, honestly. Actually, it is the favorite Pro-Am team I've ever played on, period. And I've been playing this stuff since 17, bro. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and now 23. I mean, that's a long road, man, for this to be the best team I ever played with. But anyway, that's all for video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you'd prefer to drop a like, sub, if you're new to noties, all good stuff. And like always, let's try to get 2,000 likes. If you made it to the end of the video, put steel in the comments to support me all the way through. And also, if you want to leave your feedback on how you feel about the back plucks and just the patch in general, feel free to leave that as well. But anyway, that's all for the video. Hope you all enjoyed. None of that. Take it easy, man. Peace.